40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music. Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
They had no idea what they were dancing to. Thousands of new fans, hyped up from a Super Bowl moment, bumping "Not Like Us" on full blast, bobbing their heads, flexing their captions, talking about West Coast summer vibes. But they didn't hear the message. They missed it. They didn't know they were watching Kendrick Lamar eviscerate Drake, line by line, with surgical precision, like a poet with a blade in his pen. This wasn't a diss track. This was an execution in 4K. And if you thought this was just about a beat and a hook, sit tight. Because what Kendrick layered into this record, you're about to find out why Not Like Us might be the smartest, nastiest, most layered takedown in hip-hop history. Let's break this down, line by line, bar by bar, because Kendrick didn't just write a diss. He wrote a thesis, and we're about to defend it. Mustard on the beat, ho! Simple. Right? Wrong. That iconic DJ tag isn't just a shout out to the West Coast hitmaker DJ Mustard. It's a territorial marker. DJ Mustard is from Compton. Kendrick is from Compton. The song is Compton energy only. But there's a double entendre hiding in plain sight. Mustard, as in the flavor, the spark, the kick. What if Kendrick isn't just saying mustard made the beat? What if he's saying he is the mustard? That extra element that makes the track slap 10 times harder? Off the bat, Kendrick sets the tone. This isn't just music, it's heritage, it's code, it's Compton versus everyone, including you, Drake. Debo any rap N-word. He a free throw. Translation? Kendrick just said he'll bully any rapper in the game and then make it look easy. Now, if you've seen the classic Hood movie Friday, you know who Debo is. That's the dude who steals your bike and dares you to say something. When Kendrick says Debo, he's claiming the throne of the biggest bully in the rap neighborhood. But wait. Triple entendre time. Debo is also the nickname of DeMar DeRozan, the Compton-born NBA baller who used to play for Drake's Raptors. So Kendrick's not just saying he's a bully. He's saying he's the hometown hero who beat your team and took your jersey. And then, he a free throw. That's Drake. That's the shot no one misses. That's how easy this battle is. Man down. Call the amber lamps. Tell him breathe, bro. Imagine this. Drake just got hit with a lyrical haymaker. He's on the floor, mouth open, gasping. Call the amber lamps. Black Twitter translation, ambulance. But Kendrick isn't just being funny here. He's also making a dark-coded accusation. When he says amber lamps, you can almost hear the phrase amber alert floating underneath. You catching that? This is where the suspicion creeps in. The whispers about Drake's interests. Kendrick just dropped a subliminal and then moved on like nothing happened. Tell him breathe, bro. Too late. The air's gone. The mask is off. And we're only 4 bars in. Nail a dude to the cross. He walk around like Tizo. You ever seen a rapper crucify another man in real time? This is it. Nail him to the cross. Kendrick's putting Drake on public trial, like hip-hop's Pontius Pilate, but then he flips it. He walk around like Tease. That's a jab at rapper Tizo Touchdown, known for wearing literal nails in his hair. Visual metaphor. Kendrick nails you to the cross, and then lets you walk around with the evidence stuck in your head. You're humiliated, and you still have to show up. This ain't rap beef. This is performance art. What's up with this jabroni trying to see Compton? Bro? Jabroni? That's a full throwback insult from the wrestling playbook, straight out of The Rock's mouth. Drake's not even a worthy opponent. He's a cornball, a sideshow. And trying to see Compton? Kendrick is Compton. Compton is Kendrick. You're not seeing anything because you can't even understand it. That's like trying to read Braille with oven mitts on. The industry can hate me. F them all and they mama. You ever get the feeling someone's staring dead into the camera? Through the lens? Through the viewer? That's Kendrick right now. This isn't a diss track to entertain you. This is a funeral speech for someone who thought chart numbers made them untouchable. The industry can hate me, F them all, and they mama. Translation? Kendrick doesn't care about boardrooms, streaming numbers, or Grammy handshakes. He's not playing by the rules of industry plants. He is the dirt. He is the roots. He is Compton. You're just elevator music for Target? And don't get it twisted. That Target line wasn't just clever shade. It's a direct echo of Mos Def's classic rant about Drake's music being made for mall speakers and convenience store playlists. This ain't hip-hop, it's hip-hop. How many ops you really got? Kendrick throws a grenade in the air, and every name you're thinking? Boom. Hits the ground. Future, Metro Boomin, Kanye, The Weeknd, Rick Ross, A$AP Rocky. Drake's op list looks like a Bet Hip Hop Awards seating chart. And Kendrick's asking the crowd to count it out, not just because it's damning, but because it's almost funny how long the list is. This ain't just beef. This is karma. Circling back with a clipboard. I'm finna pass on this body. I'm John Stockton. You ever see a murder so clean it doesn't even leave fingerprints? That's Kendrick playing John Stockton, the greatest assist man in NBA history. But you know who Stockton passed to? Karl Malone. And that name comes with its own darkness. Because Malone was involved in a disturbing underage situation. So Kendrick's throwing up another coded jab. He's the assist man. Drake's the one catching charges. This line is a chessboard of double meanings. And Kendrick's already thinking 5 moves ahead. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Bars so disrespectful, even God gotta turn away. Kendrick's cooking up a lyrical whoopin' so fierce, he's shielding it from the Lord himself. But don't miss the deeper hit. This is a shot at God's plan. Drake's whole branding of faith, purpose, and goodness. Kendrick flips it. He's basically saying, I'm about to hand you a righteous beatdown so holy, we gotta put a blanket over the cross. Even the grandparents heard that line and said, now that's a saying. Certified Boogeyman. I'm the one that upped the score with M. Drake thought he was certified lover boy. Kendrick's the certified boogeyman. And not the Halloween costume version. The kind that shows up when you say his name too many times in the mirror. You wanted smoke? You summoned a ghost. Now Kendrick's here to up the score. And this ain't no basketball game. It's a burial. Walk him down whole time. I know he got some hoe in him. Don't blink. This line carries street language and psychological warfare in the same breath. Walk him down means exactly what it sounds like in street terms. You're not catching strays. You're catching eye contact before the hit. And got some hoe in him? Well, that's just Kendrick looking Drake in the eye and saying, you soft. We know it. I know it. You know it. Extort shit, bully, death row on him. You thought the beatdown was over? Now Kendrick brings in Death Row, the label that terrorized hip-hop in the 90s. Suge Knight, Snoop, Dre, Pac. That was real industry pressure. So Kendrick's not just flexing, he's resurrecting the ghosts of labels that used to dominate just to press Drake. This is Death Row energy in a Spotify era. Say Drake, I hear you like 'em young. That was the line that made Super Bowl crowds gasp. Because Kendrick wasn't subtle anymore. He looked into the camera and said it like a father scolding someone for coming near his daughter. This wasn't wordplay. This was a public accusation. And what made it worse? Kendrick was speaking directly to him. Not the fans, not the crowd, him. Drake trolls. Kendrick locks eyes. You better not ever go to cell block 1. Hide your little sister from him. Bro, this isn't just diss. It's dangerous. Kendrick is now painting a picture where if you know Drake's around, you need to start hiding your sisters. This line has no jokes, No metaphors, no riddles. It's straight up menace. The type of thing that makes even fans pause the track like, wait, what did he just say? Tap like if you already feel this isn't just a song. It's a courtroom, a battleground, a sermon, and a threat wrapped in 808s. And while you're here, smash subscribe. Because what Kendrick did next will have Drake looking at his own crew sideways. Who gave him that omic receipt? This right here? This is where it gets scary. Because Kendrick starts naming names. Not Drake's name, his friends' names. Chubbs, Party Next Door, Baca. He doesn't just mention them. He dissects them, humiliates them, publicly. Chubbs, get your hand-me-downs. Party playing with his nose. Baca got a weird case. And that's when Kendrick drops the real bomb. There's a mole. Someone close to Drake might be leaking secrets. Drake's now living the rap version of Among Us. Who's the snitch? Who let Kendrick know about Omic? Who sent the photo? Who's folding? Suddenly, it's not just a diss, it's paranoia. Now Drake can't even trust his day ones. This is psychological warfare. Kendrick's already inside the house. Certified pedophiles. Chilling. He didn't say certified pedophile. He flipped the whole crew name to something no one can laugh off. Plural. That's not a jab, that's a nuke. The whole gang is now under suspicion. And Kendrick doesn't even flinch. He just follows it up with sound effects. Wop, 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 dot, F him up. Boom, 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 boom. 5 verbal punches. You can feel the floor vibrating from that sequence. Strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. Now we're back to slick wordplay. And this one is legendary. Double entendre, strike a chord as in music, and minor as in underage. The way Kendrick sings it, it's almost funny until you realize what he's implying again. That Drake's behavior ain't just questionable, it's predatory. And the fact that fans chanted this line without even knowing the double meaning? Chef's kiss. Kendrick made the crowd join in on the prosecution. You think the Bagon let you disrespect Pac? Let's rewind. Remember that AI-generated Tupac verse Drake used? Yeah, Kendrick didn't forget. And neither did Oakland. You went too far, boy. Pac isn't just a rapper to Kendrick, he's a spirit guide, a prophet. So, to mock Tupac or use his voice as a prop, that's war. Kendrick basically says, you perform in Oakland again, that might be your last stop. Did Cole foul? Why you still pretending? Drake tried to drag J. Cole into the beef. Kendrick wasn't having it. You brought him into this. Now he's out, and you're still pretending. This goes back to Kendrick's central theme, authenticity. Drake's an actor, a shapeshifter. He performs blackness. He cosplays struggle. He's not like them. And that's why he can't be trusted. Kendrick is now pulling every mask off, one by one. What is the owl? The audience not dumb. The owl? That's OVO. That's Drake's whole brand. Kendrick says, burn it. It's trash. He's not just attacking the man, he's attacking the myth. And then he turns to the fans. The audience not dumb. Kendrick's building a courtroom here. And the jury? It's us. He's not just telling us Drake's false. He's proving it. Line after line. And the crowd's nodding in agreement. You Malibu most wanted. This line doesn't even need explaining. Drake? You're Jamie Kennedy now. You're that goofy white suburban kid from the early 2000s movie who thought he could play gangster for clout. It's such a deep cut, but once it hits, it sticks. You can't unsee it. This is lyrical inception. Kendrick didn't just diss you. He rewired how fans see you forever. And the crazy part? He did it in one bar. Ain't no law, boy. You ball boy. Go fetch Gatorade or something. That's the energy here. This is playground roasting at its peak. Kendrick puts himself in the game and pushes Drake to the sidelines. Ball boy is the insult equivalent of, you don't even get to watch me cook. You just clean up afterward. You'll get a wedgie. OVO means other vaginal option. Yo, what? This is the part where the crowd in the barbershop screams. Kendrick just violated everything. Your crew, your brand, your masculinity, everything. All in a line that sounds like it came from a diss track and a schoolyard roast. He's playing on every level. If you're still here, you're one of us. Tap like if Kendrick's pen is now officially a weapon. And subscribe if you're ready to hear how this battle became academic, petty, street, spiritual, and personal all in the next few bars. Might write this for the doctorate. You ever heard a rapper threaten a man with academia? Only Kendrick. This ain't a freestyle. This is a footnote. He says he might write about this whole Drake beef in his PhD thesis. And guess what? That's not a joke. Kendrick's actually been spotted at UCLA. Dude's taking classes, like real ones, not celebrity cameo classes, actual lectures. So when he says he'll document this battle like a scholar, he means it. This is the first diss track in history that could also be peer-reviewed. F a caption, want action. This one hits every influencer in the chest. Kendrick ain't about the IG soft bars and emoji threats. He's about bars. No accident, let's rap. Translation: stop hiding behind filtered photos and PR rollouts. Pick up a mic and respond. This is hip-hop, not a highlight reel. I'm hands-on, get polished. Double meaning? Triple. Hands-on, he's ready to throw fists or go bar for bar. Polished, cleaned up, or get your nails done. Which is a direct jab at the pics of Drake getting manicures. Kendrick's laughing and threatening in the same line. This is poetry with brass knuckles. You effed on Wayne's girl while he's in jail, then got his face tatted? This one's deep and disrespectful. Lil Wayne? Kendrick's idol. Tammy Torres? Wayne's girl. While Wayne was locked up, Drake allegedly hooked up with her, then got a tattoo of Wayne's face. Bro, even cartoon villains don't move like that. Kendrick's not just shaming Drake. He's saying, you betray your own people. You fake loyalty, then wear it like a costume. In Kendrick's world, character matters. Loyalty matters. You violate that? He'll burn you down. You're a parasite. You, not a colleague. You, a colonizer. Not like us. And here's the thesis statement of the entire song. Kendrick's not saying Drake is just a bad person. He's saying Drake is a threat to hip-hop culture itself. You don't live this. You use it. You take from the streets, the slang, the struggles, the sound, and sell it back to the suburbs for streaming money. Drake's a guest in the house of hip-hop. But Kendrick? Kendrick built the foundation. I'm glad Durazes came home, from Alondra down to Central. He's back in Compton now, referencing the literal streets Venus and Serena Williams grew up playing tennis on. That's a sacred name, a sacred space. And Kendrick says, don't ever speak on Serena again. Why? Because Drake used to date her and threw shade after the breakup. But Kendrick, he's protecting her name. At the Super Bowl, Serena crip-walked during Kendrick's set. It wasn't just performance. It was protest. Black culture, Compton roots, female excellence. Kendrick brought all of it to the global stage and dared anyone to disrespect it. Your homeboy need a subpoena? That predator move in flocks. It ain't just about Drake now. It's about the entire crew. Kendrick paints OVO as a cesspool of shady cases, weird energy, and unregistered skeletons. One of them got a case. One of them plays with their nose. One of them might be feeding info to the other side. Drake Circle? Kendrick just turned it into a lineup. I lean on you like another line of walk. Walk. Walkheart, cough syrup, lean. But Kendrick flips it. He is the lean now. He's the drug. And he's ODing Drake lyrically. Smooth. Catchy. Dangerous. You're not sipping syrup. You're sipping smoke. It's all eyes on me. I'ma send it up to Pac. This is where the beat swells. The preacher voice comes out, the cadence lifts. All eyes on me, Pac's legendary album. But also, Kendrick's saying all eyes are on him now. And he's not folding. He's rising. And he's sending that energy to Tupac, his spiritual big brother. This ain't a rap beef. This is a resurrection. Pac died in '96. But Kendrick? He's making sure the spirit lives on. Sweet chin music. I won't pass the aux. Remember Shawn Michaels? Wrestling legend? His finisher was sweet chin music. A kick to the face that ended the match. Kendrick uses that exact phrase to close the song. Drake is the opponent. The match is over. But here's where it gets crazy. Shawn Michaels delivered that move during the Montreal Screwjob, the most controversial match in wrestling history, against Bret Hart, who's Canadian. So Kendrick ends this Canadian beef with a reference to another Canadian being screwed on the big stage. That's not a coincidence. That's a surgical kill shot. How many stocks I got in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 5. Translation? I dropped 5 diss tracks, but I made 10. That's Kendrick pulling a Joker card out of his back pocket. And smiling, there are 5 more unreleased songs about Drake sitting on a hard drive somewhere. That's not music. That's hostage material. It's Kendrick saying, you better be quiet now, or I'll go back in the vault. He wrote a decade's worth of damage in one night, and only showed half. Devil is a lie. He's the 69 God. The 6 God? Not anymore. Now Kendrick flips Drake's own nickname into a permanent stain, the 69 God. He takes your brand and turns it into a meme. Forever. Can we even say 6 God now without hearing Kendrick's voice? Nah. That name is tainted. That's how Inception works. Freaky ass N-word need to stay the ass inside. All of them. The whole crew. They're not welcome in public. They're not welcome in hip-hop. Stay inside. Shut the blinds. Lock the door. This isn't your block anymore. Roll they ass up like a fresh pack of za. Za equals high-grade weed. So Kendrick's rolling the whole crew up. Smoking them. Metaphorically? Maybe. Spiritually? Absolutely. He lit the match in verse 1. Now, he's ash on the wind. City is back up. We outside. You ever hear 2 lines that feel like fireworks? This is the victory lap. City is back up, Compton. Kendrick. The real ones. The authentic ones. And we outside? That's hood code for we're not scared of anything. Not labels. Not charts. Not Canada. We outside. You thought this was about a beat? Nah, this was about a culture war. Let's talk about why Not Like Us isn't just a diss track. It's a cultural dissertation. Kendrick opens verse 3 with a fairy tale. Once upon a time, all of us was enslaved. Not we were slaves. We were enslaved. There's a difference. One blames the system. The other blames the people. And Kendrick wants you to understand that Drake doesn't get the difference. Why? Because Drake once rapped, always rapping like he trying to get the slaves freed. Kendrick never forgot that line. So this verse is Kendrick turning that disrespect into education. Atlanta was the Mecca. Railroads and trains. Kendrick draws a haunting metaphor. He says Drake uses Atlanta artists like settlers used black laborers. Future, 21 Savage, Young Thug, Lil Baby, Quavo, 2 Chainz. Drake flies in, borrows their sauce, stacks his streams, and flies out. He doesn't build with them, he uses them. He doesn't represent the city, he mines it. Drake's a guest. And Kendrick just called him what every oppressor fears, a colonizer. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. This is the hammer. Drake's cultural bank account is empty until he taps into Atlanta. It's like cultural ATM withdrawals. Kendrick ain't just talking about clout here. He's talking about extraction, about using Black culture as a resource, not a home. That's the sin. That's why Drake isn't just not from Compton. He's not like us. You're not a colleague. You're a colonizer. This bar ties everything together. You're not one of us. You're not an ally. You're not a peer. You're a visitor trying to redecorate the living room. And Kendrick just kicked you off the porch. The family matter. And it was God's plan to expose the liar. You thought the track ended? Nope. Kendrick tagged on 2 more lines after release. After Drake dropped Family Matters, and he references it by name. Family Matter. Then boom. It was God's plan to show y'all the liar. This man recorded a diss track, then edited it post-release just to address something Drake hadn't even released when he recorded the song. That's psychological warfare. Drake's probably staring at his phone like, how the hell? Kendrick is beyond the beef now. He's playing with time. So what did we just witness? Not a rap battle, a cultural reckoning, a 3-minute celebration, turned indictment, turned court trial, turned execution. Kendrick didn't just out-rap Drake. He unraveled him. Historically, spiritually, psychologically. He didn't diss Drake. He dismissed him. So the next time you hear that opening line, mustard on the beat, ho, understand, that wasn't just a beat tag. That was a war drum. And Kendrick? He was never rapping at Drake. He was burying him. Tap like if you just got chills. Hit subscribe and stay with us. We've got more breakdowns coming that'll flip your entire view of modern hip-hop. Because the next one, let's just say, someone else is in Kendrick's sights. And this time, it's not who you think. Stay tuned, we outside.